Okay. Where do you even begin? So, I mean, I guess by now the world should know, or at least Canada and Mexico know, and the rest of the US knows. But basically, in Hawaii, we had a false alarm on the ballistic missile attack, and this is our experience. So we're sleeping. We're about to wake up from our alarms around 8:10. But we got an alarm, you know, like the ones that they do for like flood warnings, disasters. Yeah, flood advisories and whatnot. My phone actually started going off. Teddy's one didn't. But I was sleeping, but I heard the alarm, and then when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, one, no, it's not the first of the month. No, it's not pouring here, so it's not a flood advisory. So I was just thinking while I had my eyes closed, and I was like, this isn't happening. So I reached out to my phone. I grabbed my phone, and then I looked at it, started rubbing my eyes, looked at it again, started shaking my eyes, and looked at it again. At this point, I could feel her moving around. So yeah, I was like, what is going on? Because I got up, I looked at it, and then I was like this. So I was rubbing it, and I was just trying to wake myself up, and I thought it was a dream, what I was reading, but obviously it wasn't. Got the alert, and I just couldn't talk anymore. I was very speechless. At this point, I already woke up. I was like, I turned to her, I was like, what? Because like she had a blank face, and then so she shows me the phone, and I read it, and then like I'm like, I start breathing fast, and then I'm like stuttering, saying, what do we do? Like what do you do? I couldn't think. Today is the 14th. It happened on the 13th. Actually, it was yesterday. Yeah. Wow. It felt like a long time. But anyways. But when I post this, it's gonna be 2 days. Yeah. And I thought about it last night too. Like, I tweeted about it, and I said, you know, like how you're like watching yourself, and like I felt like a hand on my shoulder, trying to calm myself down, but like no, it's more like those in TV shows when the people like die but they're not fully dead yet. Yeah. And they're watching themselves. Yeah, like the spirits are coming out of their bodies because they don't know what to say, or you know, it's just a mind thing. Anyways, I just couldn't talk. I was speechless. I looked at her, and I saw her started to, like, her face just drained. I'm pretty sure I turned white. And pretty sure I turned white at some point. It was all the, like, once she saw the text, it was an alert. And so my first instinct was call my dad, because my dad is visiting the island right now. And so that morning he was supposed to be taking my brother to the airport. He was picking him up at 8. So I looked at the time. My first instinct was call my dad. Called my dad. I was like, did you guys get the alert? My dad was like, what do you mean? And then I was like, there's a North Korea launched the missile. I love you. Stay safe. It's even just thinking about it. But while she was doing that too, I kept looking at it, like thinking that it was a dream. But it was a very very scary first 2 minutes. It was a scary situation in general. Like, it was, but that, I felt like we were watching ourselves like in a movie, and I thought like legit this is a dream and whatnot. Like I still tried to wake up and whatnot. While she was talking to her dad, I just couldn't believe it. I don't even remember what I did, but I just remember I don't even know what I was thinking. I knew I was thinking. You were just sitting there. I was like, what do we do? What do we do? And then so you were like, we need to head inland or something like that. We need to go, because we live, you know, we live in Waikiki. I mean, you think if they're gonna bomb, it's gonna be either one of the 4 military bases. Yeah, I want to say 4 or 3. Sorry, we should know this, but yeah, you would think it's either gonna be the 3 or 4 military bases we have, and then Waikiki or Honolulu area. So your first instinct is get away from Waikiki. Before all of this, we didn't know how to handle this type of situation. So this is two girls amateurs that don't know how to like take cover or what to do in this scenario, and our state didn't tell us what to do in this kind of situation. So, you know, at first I'm like, okay, it's a missile, it's gonna be a bomb, not thinking that it was gonna be a really bad bomb. I said we need to get out of here, we just need to get out of here.
Okay, and then so we have to find street parking. If you live in Hawaii or in Honolulu, you know that like parking is a bitch.
Yeah.
So we were parked one street over from ours, and it's a one-way, and the ALOHA is a one-way, so you have to go all the way around. We're like, okay, well, we need to grab the car. So we're walking to the car, we're walking around the block, and when we get onto the ALOHA, all I see is people running, people walking, like doing their morning exercise. I see people on the ALOHA canal paddling, and I'm just like, did these people not get the alert? Like, why is nobody freaking out? I mean,
if Teddy could, probably would have yelled to everybody to take cover, or
if I could, but I couldn't.
Mind you, I don't even remember walking to the car. I don't remember leaving this place. I asked her before this video, I was like, did we even walk to the car? Like, where was the car? I don't remember.
I remember all of it. And then so we drive, have to turn onto the other street to come back around to our street, and then park the car. Mind you, like, we have parking stalls in the front of our place. We just pulled up onto the driveway, and the car was just like,
I'm driving, by the way, and I remember going on top of the curb. I don't remember getting the car, but I remember just zooming into our driveway and just leaving it like at an angle.
And so what did we do first? I can't remember if we loaded the cats into the car first, or if we have canned food, like I'm pretty sure everybody does, and I couldn't find any bags, so I grabbed a suitcase and I started throwing our food inside.
It was a mixture of packing the suitcase and getting the cats inside the car. 4 cats.
4 cats.
By the way.
And we don't have a carry case. The one we had broke. So I'm packing the food. I'm like, what do you even pack? Like, I know cans, but like, I just packed cans. I packed bananas, I packed nuts, a couple pans, and the cat's food.
I remember you calling your mom though. When she called her mom, that was it.
Yeah. I called my mom. She's really into politics, so
really hard.
So if anybody knew like that something was gonna happen or something was happening, it would have been her. So I thought it was kind of weird that she didn't call us. So I called her and I was like, I love you. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I love you. And then she was like, I love you too, what's going on? And then I go,
a missile coming.
Something coming to kill us.
Basically, she was saying her goodbyes to her mom.
I was like, I love you. And then she started breaking down. Call Lacey, you need to call Lacey.
Her sister.
And then I hung up. Like, of course that's not how you want to say goodbye, but you have to be selfless, because it's not just you have a sibling that's in the same situation, and she has a family, you know, she has 2 kids and a husband. So I told my mom, call Lacey, and I hung up. Backstory on my mom, she actually was doing laundry that day, and in her apartment building they don't have laundry in their units. They have to go like into a laundry room in the building. So she was doing her laundry, and then she said that while she was doing her laundry she saw her neighbor, and they stopped and talked, and he was like, America is gonna go to war with North Korea. And my mom was like, no, it's gonna be Pakistan before North Korea. And so
before she even called
her. Before I even called her. This was like maybe like 5 minutes before I called her. And so she gets back to her place, and then that's when I call her. And so her first instinct was, my kids are gonna die, but then also she thought that her neighbor knew something was gonna happen, because he said America's gonna go to war. Like, how coincidental could that have been?
The same day, the same hour,
within a 10-15 minute span. So after I get off the phone with my mom, we start loading the cats into the car. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like scratches on my arm, scratches. Kapua has some scratches from the cats right here.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyways, okay, so while Teddy was going to the car and putting stuff in the car, adjusting the car, making sure the cats are okay, or whatever he was doing outside, I had like a quick moment to myself. Actually, no, the suitcase was here because I was packing our passports. But while she was outside, I just had my own time. That time to myself, probably it was just 30 seconds to myself. I was just packing our passports. I was just telling myself, I was like, is this really happening? This is not happening right now. This is not happening. Like, this is not how we go, you know? Because you don't think about these things. Like,
you don't think that you're gonna die because of a nuclear missile.
You see it in movies. You see that
when you're in that situation
and you know that your life's gonna end any minute, you're so cautious. Like right now, I'm just like so traumatized. I always like,
I think we both are.
Yeah, like for sure, because I can't like, or right now I think now every single second or every single hour that something's gonna happen. Like something is gonna come our way. We're all not gonna know about it on this island, and I'm just paranoid. I'm traumatized. I'm paranoid. But anyway,
this morning waking up, hearing our alarm go off, that was traumatizing. Like, to think. I mean, yeah, they're two different noises, but it's just an alarm. The first thing you hear is just a sound. You don't think of the jingle behind it.
I had my alone time. And within that alone time, I had like a major breakdown. Like I had like a moment of myself just breaking down and just having that 30 seconds to myself.
That was the only time that she broke down through the whole thing. I was a basket case.
Yeah, because I want to be that person that's calm for her, you know, making sure that she's safe, making sure that she's okay. I know she wasn't okay, but I was trying my hardest to try and be that person for her. That comfort that she needed. But yeah, I had a breakdown to myself. I just started crying. I thought about my family.
Mind you, she didn't call her family.
Not yet.
She called her boss.
First person I called was my boss.
First person she called was her boss.
I was like, hey, did you get the alert? He was like, what alert? I was like, the missile. The missile alert. And he was like, oh, I just got it. And
most people were sleeping.
Yeah.
When the alert went out.
It was 8 a.m., you know, so
8 a.m. on a Saturday.
8 a.m. on a Saturday. Anyway, so okay, I had my breakdown. That was good for me because I just needed to let it all out before I see her. Wiped myself up, packed our passports, grabbed that suitcase, went in the car. Excuse me. And then I left. And then we went in the car.
Started driving. And then my mom called me again. And this time it was on FaceTime. And she was like bawling her eyes out. I was bawling my eyes out. And she was like, you need to go to the police station or the fire station or something. Pull over and go to the fire station. I'm like, we can't pull over because we can't go to the fire station if we pull over. Like,
I mean, I don't think she knew what she was saying. Like, I mean, we were listening, you know, in the back of our minds, yeah, we're laughing because, I mean, that's how Teddy's mom talks. Like, yeah, she was saying, stop, go, stop and go. Yeah. Stop and go to the fire station. And then, like, okay, mind you, okay, this is between her and her mom. When what I saw between her and her mom, floodgates. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, because it's a mother losing her child.
And it's you just saying bye.
And like, I thought about it too afterwards. I was like, we were on FaceTime. If that missile, or like if something was to wipe us out, that's the last thing she would see.
Yeah.
My dad actually told me that, like, I guess before the bomb drops, it like absorbs all the energy or something, so it would have just went black. everything would have went black.
The skies would have turned different colors. It would have just been bad. But what I saw between Teddy and her mom was just a moment that I'll never, ever, 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 ever forget. Even if I try to, I'll never, ever forget it. But that part really like traumatized me. That was the part that just, this is seriously happening. Like once like we started driving, I didn't, you know, we were just driving, and
so I was like, did you call your parent? She was like, no. So I was in the passenger seat. I had her phone in my hand. I dialed their number, and then they answer. This is where it kind of like we start calming down, because she goes, she like, her voice is starting to crack, and she's like, Mom, can you pray for us? And she was like, why? And she, was like, there's, the bomb is coming, or whatever, we're dying.
Yeah,
basically we're dying. And then so she's like, hold on, here's Dad. Her dad worked at Pearl Harbor before, so he knows like
the ins and outs
and like what the protocol is for like the military. And so he starts telling us like it would be all over the radio, the news,
the sirens would be going off.
Sirens would be going off. Mind you, like once you see that alert and you see you're going to die, you don't think to hear sirens, you don't think to turn on the news, you don't think listen to the radio, you think go. Or you think, what are you gonna do in your last 10 to 15 minutes of life? So
literally 10 to 15 minutes.
And when we got in the car, we didn't even have the radio on. There was no sound. It was just us crying.
Her mom crying.
So
cats meowing.
Yeah, so her mom passes her dad the phone, and then he starts telling us
how we have a more, what is it, like a better nuclear system that'll just blow the other missile away or whatever. Like basically he was just saying, calm down, it's okay, it's a false alarm, like everything's gonna be okay.
So I get a text from my coworker, and she said, hey Teddy, Mike said to tell you that everything is fine. The alert was all a mix-up, SMH. How rude, right?
But still yet, you know, your mind is still like, no, this isn't, no, we're still going. But as she gets that text, my dad's still telling me about the ins and outs, how US, you know, will strike back if anything, blah blah blah, we're better at nuclear stuff or whatever. I just kept booking it. I love my dad, of course, I trust him with all my heart, but at the same time I just want to be careful for us, you know. Maybe 5 minutes into the conversation, she gets the text. We also get the alert saying that
it was a false alarm.
It was a false alarm. It was an error.
No apology yet at this point. No apology. It was just no nuclear, false alarm, blah blah blah. And so we're at this point, we're like, fuck, like seriously, like what the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
And her mom called her back too. Yeah, my dad. While I was on the phone with my dad.
My mom was on FaceTime, so it was on speaker, and then her phone was on speaker, and they were like both in my ears, and I'm like, what? I don't. Plus my emotions, I was like, I can't right now.
Yeah, it was nuts. But basically, how he ended the conversation was like, you know, like how we have tsunamis and how we have the sirens going off. He was like, did it go off? And I'm like, no. He was like, okay, I love you. And I was like, okay, I love you too. Hung up, both looked at each other, and we just, I don't know, I felt relieved, but at the same time, like what we experienced was real. It was a breath of relief. You know, of course we came home eventually.
I had a sigh of relief, but I also had that angry feeling, like how can somebody make you feel like you're gonna die?
Basically the news said that somebody, or while they were doing a shift change, somebody accidentally pressed the wrong button. You have to press the button twice to confirm it. You press the button to send the notification, then you have to press the button again for you to confirm it. How in your right mind do you press the wrong button? Some didn't.
Some cell phone carriers didn't get the alerts.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of Sprint,
Verizon,
AT&T, I believe got. Oh, hello.
Want to talk about this? But yeah, like, how do you mess up like that, you know? And yeah, the emergency people said sorry about it. The manager or whatever, that guy. Like, how? I don't understand. I don't understand how that was an error. After that whole thing, we came home. Of course, we had to go to work.
How do you go to work after something
How do
like
you
that?
go to work?
I was so drained. I was so emotionally, physically, mentally
for sure
drained. And like, you don't think you're gonna wake up and read, "You're going to die today."
Basically that's all I saw on the screen.
You don't think that that's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people take life for granted. People,
oh, it's okay, I'm gonna die anyway.
yeah, like all over social media you see like people making jokes out of it, but for us, like
what we went through that within that small period of time, I swear it was only 30 minutes. I don't know, the news said that it was within 30 minutes, right? 30 to 40 minutes. It was the
15.
longest 30 to 40 minutes of our lives.
Yeah,
That's
you don't joke about that kind of thing. Like, yeah, you want to make light of the situation and you want to like try to make people feel better, but you can't make someone feel better when
that person went through it. Exactly. Any kind of emotions, any kind of goodbyes, within the emotions, it just messes with you. The whole day at work, I just wanted to be with Teddy. I wanted to just stay home, cuddle, just be like, just wrap her in my arms and just like not let her go. But no, we had to go to work.
I felt sick to my stomach. Like what I was seeing all over social media, how my coworkers were, it made me so sick to my stomach.
I couldn't function at work. I kept putting my head like this, like I just kept thinking about what we went through, and
you know, I believe in God and everything, and you know, when it's your time, it's your time. But you don't want to go because an asshole pushed a button to send a missile here. Like, you don't want to go like that. I'd rather have got hit by a car than find out that somebody from another country
wants to end our lives,
wants to end innocent people's lives.
Because he's stupid and fucked up like that. Real fucked up. It's scary. It was a scary experience. Yeah, it didn't go. Yeah, we're still here, but now we're paranoid. Now we're traumatized.
But now we know the next time that we get that alert, the next time we hear those sirens, the next time we turn on the radio, it's gonna be real.
It's gonna be real.
And a lot of people think, you know, Hawaii, that's paradise. Excuse me. You know, you drink pina coladas on the beach and you get tans and blah blah blah. But no, this is people's home. This is we saw people getting interviewed on the news. We saw people getting interviewed on the news, and there's this couple from Florida that we're visiting. I was so like taken back by what they said, because what they said was like so
heartwarming.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, heartwarming. They were scared and everything, but at the end of the day nothing happened. But it's real in Hawaii. Like, that's something you really need to prepare for in Hawaii.
We can't go anywhere.
Like, you know, the other 49 states, they don't have to worry about that kind of thing.
We're an island. We'll just dissolve. Like, we never happened.
Our home, our family, our friends, acquaintances,
co-workers,
people that you guys might know, people that probably have family on the mainland, would be gone. But what was Trump doing? Trump was golfing. Like, yeah, it's not his fault, but shit, like,
he's adding.
We're a fucking state. We're a state too. Like,
we're just as important as everybody else.
Yeah, you don't need a fucking passport to come here. Like some of you fucking people think. You don't need a fucking passport. We're a fucking state. We're probably,
I want to say, the smartest people, because I watch other YouTubers, like other mainland state YouTubers, and They don't even know like half the stuff that we know. But anyways, what we experienced,
what we learned. Number one, the number one rule: don't leave.
Don't leave anywhere.
If you're indoors, stay there and close all the windows.
Go in the shower, go by walls.
Don't leave.
Don't leave your place.
Second thing we learned,
it does take 13 to 15 or 15 to 20 minutes.
No, okay, so you have, from the time the launch of the missile, you have 20 minutes. Yeah. From the time that the military gets that to the time they notify you, you only have 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes that you have to prepare your house, to close all your windows, you know, find a safe place. 15 minutes to call your loved ones.
Grab your fur babies, grab your babies.
Hawaii doesn't have shelters. Like, we have sewers and that's it. Like, that's the only place you can hide.
And we have rails for what? Stop the rail. Hawaii, listen. Stop the rail and build shelters. Because in the end, those rails are gonna fall. Shelters are gonna help people. So think about that one. Anyways, this guy.
He was so scared he peed in the car.
But we cleaned it up.
No, we just left it.
But anyways, what I took from this was love. Just show love, spread aloha, love your family,
okay,
love your other half, love one another, respect one another, help one another, and just don't forget that someone out there loves you. Just grab a hold onto your other half and just don't let go, because in the end it's just you and that person.
What I learned was don't take, it's very cliche, but don't take life for granted.
True.
You know, like if you want to do something, don't let money, don't let people, don't let
the society,
being on the island, hold you back from doing something that you want to do. In that half an hour that we had before like finding out that it was a false alarm, you just go, like, it's just going through your head like you didn't get to do what you were meant to do on this earth. You know, you're living your life, but you're not experiencing your life. And in that half an hour, you just think, like, you kind of question God. You're like, why am I dying like this? Like, why am I getting killed? Why aren't I dying because I want to die? That's what was going through my head. Like, yeah, you know, we all have that time, whether it's, you know, like right after you're born and you pass away, or when you're 105 and you pass away. We all have that timeline, but you never think that your timeline is gonna end when you least expect it. I don't want to live, you know, and be that old person that can't get out of bed by themselves. Like, I don't want to be that old person. But at the same time, I don't want to die at 24. I don't want to die because
we can't get along. It's just that.
Yeah, because people don't know how to keep their mouth shut. Like, I don't want to die because of stupidity. I want to die with a purpose.
And your purpose is done. When you're done with your purpose here on earth, I feel like that's a good time.
Exactly. What have I done to impact
the
world? All I've done is pay taxes. I haven't like made a mark. I haven't put my name out there.
Which we will. I feel like we can do so much as a community, yourself. Let's just do something. Yeah, let's just do something about it. Like, let's just all like sit around a circle. That's gonna be a huge ass circle and just sing kumbaya.
No, that right there is La La Land. That is not gonna happen.
Seriously, YOLO is for real. Like, you only live once. What have you done with your life that you can say, hey, I've done that? You know, cherish your life, because you're put on this earth for something. You know, it could be small, it could be big. You're here for something. Okay?
I hope our story sheds light on the fact that this kind of stuff is real.
Yeah.
And it's not something that it should be joked about.
Yeah.
You know, there's people's lives at risk. Just because it's not your life doesn't mean that it's not important.
Yeah.
So before like you start making jokes or before you forget about this, you know, like, because in a couple of days it's gonna be forgotten.
Yeah.
But before you forget about it, remember that it's something real. Yeah. And just whatever you believe in, just pray that one day this world will be at peace. One day the world blows up, not just one island, but the world blows up. Whatever you believe in, just pray that one day things will be better. From now on, every night, that's what I'm praying for.
Right.
Things to be better. Mom, Dad, I love you.
Mom and Dad and family, friends,
Siblings.
siblings, we love you guys.
I know, like,
I'm sorry I didn't call all of you guys, but it was 30 minutes. It was basically 30 minutes, the longest 30 minutes of our lives, and we just, I don't know.
The longest, but the shortest.
Yeah, but yeah, that's our story, guys. So thanks for watching.
If you believe in how we felt in any way or took something from this video, please give us a thumbs up. Show us that
We're not alone.
we're not alone
We
and
weren't alone.
and being traumatized by this, us just being crybabies, you know, because it's
I
not.
don't care if we're crybabies. We experienced it. And like I told you guys, I'm traumatized now. I'm paranoid. Anyways, guys, let us know down in the comments if you've been through it. If it was, what were you doing within that 30 minutes? Or if you saw any of this on the news where you're from, let us know down in the comments. And yeah.
Catch us in a happier video.
Catch us in a happy, yes, that is a good idea. So, yeah.
I love you.
Kiss each other goodnight too, and kiss each other goodbye, because you never know when it's your last.